Hello everyone, welcome to IMS Academy. I hope your preparation is going right on track. And my dear friends, let me tell you, with just 1 month to go for the examination for which you have been preparing for so long and so hard, I would say, it's time to give it a boost. It's time to give it a much required confidence. Confidence is the one thing which most of the students would be lacking, not because your preparation is not good, but because you might be giving test series, you are not able to solve some questions, so it affects. So no need to be on low on confidence. You just have to trust yourself and keep on solving as many good questions as possible. And to give it a boost, to give it an enhance it, I have come live with the second session, and that is on industrial engineering. My first session was on heat transfer, and I hope that you have really liked it, and I do suggest everyone watching this that, my dear friends, if you have missed by any reason that session, please go and watch, because I have covered all the best questions over there. And continuing the same thing, today I have come with industrial engineering, right? So what I'm going to do, very simple. I'll be showing you the question. I'll be giving you 1 or 2 minutes of time, not necessarily for you to solve it. You just have to see the question, think in what direction are you thinking, what are the techniques you are going to apply to solve the question, and just see how I'm going to do, right? My only agenda over here is to get you familiar with the new questions, to show you the new questions and how it is solved. That's it, right? So without wasting any time, my dear friends, let us start the session. So my dear friends, before I start the session, you can join our Telegram group where you will be getting all the job notifications. Yes, all the job notifications as early as possible, and daily quizzes there will be posted, and with whatever important notifications you want to get, that also you will be getting, right? So I suggest you to join it now. Again, if you are interested, if you like our way of teaching on the YouTube, if you appreciate it, you can join the live online program for the GATE 25-26, right? So please learn from the best. Okay, so what are the things you will be getting? Like 800 hours of live classes with live interaction, theory book, exercises book, 30 plus years of GATE question banks you will be getting. Yes, 30 plus years GATE question bank with video solutions. Video solutions will also be there, right? 12 personalized one-to-one mentorship sessions that you will be getting throughout the year. So that is also provided to you, and online 130 plus online tests with video solutions. That much of thing you are going to get if you join our live online class. Yes. So my dear friends, without wasting any time, let us start our business today. So yes, this is the first question. It is very simple. The method is very simple. You just have to study, take 1 or 2 minutes of time, and just do. Look, I'll suggest keep a rough copy with you where you can just solve it, and then I'll be solving it in detail. Okay, so I'll be moving out of the screen so that you can read the question. Yes. Okay, so you have read the question, everyone. What is the question saying, my dear friends? In a machine shop, certain type of machines break down at an average rate of 6 per hour. The breakdowns are in accordance with Poisson process, very important. The estimated costs of idle machine is 15 per hour. That means if a machine is idle, it's not working, so on an average per hour cost is 15. Two repairmen A and B with different skills are being considered to be hired as a repairman. Okay, repairman A takes 6 minutes on an average to repair a machine and his wages are 8 per hour, whereas the repairman B takes 5 minutes to repair and the wages are 10 per hour. Assuming the work shift of 8 hours, which of the following is correct? A's service should be used, B's service should be used, both are equally good and can't predict. So my dear friends, see, when I say whose service should be used, what will be your, if you are going to hire someone, let's say your AC is not working for few days, so you need to hire someone, some technician, so you will prefer only that repairman who on an average will cost, you will charge you very less. So that is the thing, my dear friends. For A, I will check that what is its total costs. For B, I am going to check what will be its total cost, and based on that, whoever cost will be less, I will be hiring that person. Very simple logic, my dear friends. Okay. Now imagine that this is A and he is sitting over here. Let's say this is his workplace. This is his workplace, my dear friends. This is the table in which he is sitting or standing, and over here the machines are coming. Over here the machines are, let's say, lined up in order to be repaired. Now see, breakdowns are happening on an average of 6 per hour. That means at the rate of 6 per hour, machines, that is the defective machines, are coming to A, but he takes 6 minutes on an average to repair a machine. So can I say on an average per hour he can repair 10 machines? So lambda is the arrival rate, mu is the service rate, and 6 minute mein he is repairing one machine. So 60 minutes mein he will be repairing 10 machines per hour. So idea is simple. I am going to find the utilization factor, that is lambda by mu. Lambda by mu will be 0.6, and I am going to find out that what is the length of the system. What will be the length of the system? Why? Because I am going to see that on an average how many machines are lined up with him, right? So rho minus 1 minus rho is the formula. So it is 0.6 by minus 0.6. So it is coming out to be 1.5. So on an average, my dear friends, per hour 1.5 machines is always lined up for repair, right? And you know that the altogether work system is of 8 hours, right? So on an average 1 hour mein 1.5 machines are lined up. 1 hour mein on an average 1.5 machines are always there in the system with A. That means they are defective, they are not working. So 8 hours mein, in 8 hours, 1 hour mein on an average 1.5 machines are there. So 8 hours mein 8 into 1.5, that is 12 machines are lined up in a day, which is of 8 hours, right? So if a machine is not working for an hour, it will be costed 15 rupees. So 12 hours, if a machine is not working or idle, you can say, so what will be the total cost? So 1 hour mein, if a machine is not working, he is charging rupees 15. So 12 hours, if a machine is idle, it will be charged 12, loss, whatever you can say, loss will be 12 into 15. And don't forget, the salary or whatever he charges is how much? Wages are 8 per hour. So total hours he is waiting for is working for 8 hours. So A will be charging 8 into 8 hours. Okay, so total cost will be how much for A? Total cost that you will incur with A, that is 12 into 15 plus 8 into 8. So how much are you getting? So 244 rupees, rupees 244 you are incurring when A is providing you the service. Now same thing we are going to do for B. Same thing we are going to do for B. Let's say this is B and he is sitting over here and machines are lined up. So for B also the machine will be lined up as similar to A. So lambda will be 6 per hour. But his service is different, right? B takes how much to repair? 5 minutes to repair. So if B is taking 5 minutes to repair on an average, so 60 minutes mein he'll be repairing 12. So mu is 12 per hour. So what will be rho? Rho will be lambda by mu, that is 6 by 12, or it is 0.5. So what will be length of the system? Rho by 1 minus rho. That is 1. So on an average, one machine is always there. One machine is always there. So 8 hours mein 8 machines will be there. 8 machines will be there. 8 hours one machine, and 1 hour if someone is not working, 1 hour if machine is not working, he is incurring 15 rupees charge. So if 8 hours is idle time, so 15 into 8 will be the total cost. And what is the charge of B? B is charging 10 per hour. So total B cost will be how much? Total B cost how much? 15 into 8 plus he is charging 10 into 8 hours. So it's 120 plus 80, that is rupees 200. So when B is providing the service, he is charging rupees 200, but when A is providing, he is charging 244. So whose service you should incur? Definitely B is providing the service at a lesser cost. That's why I'll be taking B's service. So B's service should be used. This is the correct answer. So definitely you can sense from here that this is a very new question as far as GATE is concerned, right? So just if you have understood, I think we should proceed for the next question, right? Okay. Please read the question. Okay, so I think you have read the question, and whatever you have decided to do, that is already in your mind. So let us discuss, my dear friends. There are 4 machines, W, X, Y and Z. Okay, these are the machines. three jobs A, B and C are to be assigned to the three machines out of the total four machines. Okay, the cost of assignment is given below. Fine. Find out the optimal assignment. Okay, so my dear friends, it's a question of assignment, as from the name itself you can see. But one thing is there, you know that for any assignment problem it should be a square matrix. So one row is lesser over here, so I'm going to add one dummy row, right? And you know that the dummy entries will be all zeros. Okay. So just to save your time, I've already created this. So here what I'll be doing, I'll be just writing. So dummy rows mein I'll be putting all zeros, right? Now I'm going to explain you how to do the assignment in a very simple language, my dear friends. Okay, what is the first step? So we are doing this is our first step or first matrix, then this will be the second step and this will be the third matrix. Okay, it will be easier. So what we'll do, we do row reduction and column reduction. What is row reduction? In every row, what is the least element, we subtract that from all the elements. So 18 is the least element, so I can write here 0. I have to subtract it from all the elements. So 6, then 10 and then 14, right? 8 is the least element, so 8 minus 8 0, 13 minus 8 5, 17 minus 8 9, 18 minus 8 it is 10 is the least, so 10 minus 10 0, it is 5, it is 9 and 22 minus 10 is 12. Last row is all 0, so I'll be writing all 0. Next step is column reduction, but you already know that 1 0 is present in all the columns. So if you subtract any number minus 0, it will be the same element. So this is row and column reduction already done. Now my dear friends, we need to do the assignment. How to do the assignment? Very simple trick is there. If you find one, first we'll start from the rows and then we will do the columns. If you find a single row in any column, do the assignment. But if you find more than 1 zeros in any row, in any row, if you find a single 0, do the assignment. If you find more than 1 0, you need to skip it for the moment, right? And remember one thing, whenever you do the assignment, let's say for in any row, that column, all the zeros will be cancelled, right? And in column, if you do the assignment in that particular row, all the zeros will be cancelled. So I'll explain you, no need to get confused over here. So let's say we start from first row, a single 0 I am seeing, so I'll do the assignment. And correspondingly, all the other zeros will be cancelled. Second row, no 0. Third row, no 0. Fourth row, 3 zeros are there, so I'll skip as of now. Go to the column, already assigned. 1 0 I am seeing, so I will do the assignment. But if I do the assignment in this column, in corresponding row, all the zeros will be cancelled. Okay. Third column, no 0. Fourth column, no 0. So in assignment, for optimality, the number of assignments must be equal to the order of the matrix. Over here, order of the matrix is 4, assignments are 3, so it is not optimal. So now we have to use the tick untick method, with which we will be getting the least number of lines so as to cover all the zeros. What is the method? Let me tell you. The method is, you see where assignment is not done, that row where assignment is not done, so you tick it first. So okay, I'll be doing with okay, let me use red only, no issues. So in second row and third row, no assignment is done, so I have ticked it. in the ticked row, see where go to that 0 where assignment is not done over here and tick the corresponding column. So I went there to this 0, I tick the corresponding column. If you go by this also, the same column. In column you see where assignment has been done and you tick the corresponding row. So if you go over here, A, so this is where assignment is done, so you tick the corresponding row. In row again you see the wherever in row again you have to see wherever assignment is not done and you have to tick the column. So this cycle stops over here. So this is it. After ticking you have to draw lines through unassigned, unallocated, unticked row and ticked column. Where is the unticked row? This is the unticked row, so you can draw the line. Where is the ticked column? This is the ticked column, so you draw the line, and automatically you will see that all the zeros have been covered over here, right? And also, my dear friends, we are on the right track as far as the question is concerned. Why? Because initially how many zeros you have allocated, that much of lines only will be required to cover all the zeros. The idea is to get the minimum number of lines so as to cover all the zeros, right? So we have done. Now out of the remaining uncrossed elements, you select the minimum element. Which is the minimum element? 5. So you subtract from all these elements wherever no line is passing. Second, wherever one line is passing, you leave it as it is, and wherever 2 lines are passing, you add them. So 5. So first let me subtract it. So 6 minus 5, 1, 5 minus 5, 0, 0, then 10 minus 5, 5, 9 minus 5, 4, it is 4, 14 minus 5, 9, 10 minus 5, 5, and 12 minus 5, 7. This is done. Now wherever one line is passing, or let's say first the intersection ko you just need to add. So this is 0, 0 plus 5 is 5. And finally you write the elements as it is from where one line is passing. So this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, and again here it is 0, 0, 0. Once you do this process, my dear friends, again start the method of allocation. And remember, 1 0, if I find across any row or column, I will do the allocation, but more than 1 zeros we have to skip. Okay, so again we are starting from first row. 1 0 I am seeing, immediately do the allocation. But in that column all the other zeros will get cancelled. Okay, second row, yes, 1 0 I am finding, this 0 is cancelled, so I won't bother, so I will do the allocation. Corresponding zeros I am cancelling it out. Third row mein no zeros, fourth row mein 2 zeros, so I will skip. First I will do the column. First column already allocated, second already done, third one mein 1 0 is there, so I will do the allocation. Extra zeros in that row you will cancel. Fourth row no zeros. Again, is it optimal? Is it optimal? No, it is not optimal. So again I have to do the same thing that I have done over here, right? First I have to draw the minimum lines so as to cover all the zeros. So wherever allocation is not done, I will tick it. I will come to the unallocated 0, tick the corresponding column. Again in the column I will, wherever I have done tick mark, I will in that column I will see where allocated 0 is there. Corresponding row I will tick. Here also I'll see the 0, corresponding row I will tick. In the row, see where column in unallocated 0, tick the column. I've already done. Here also. So right now the ticking unticking stops, and finally you draw the lines through unticked row and ticked column. So unticked row will be this one and ticked column will be this one. So are all the zeros covered? Definitely all the zeros are covered. How many lines are there? 3 lines are there. So 3 allocations were done. So 3 lines are there. That means we are on the right track. All the zeros are covered. All the zeros are covered. That means we are on the right track. Now what is the method? Whatever is the remaining numbers, you select the lowest number from here, 4, and you subtract it first from the untouched numbers. So let me do it first. So 5 minus 4 is 1, 9 minus 4 is 5, 4 minus 4 is 0, again this is 0, 5 minus 4 is 1, 7 minus 4 3. Now wherever is the intersecting element, you add that number. So where is the intersection? Over here. So 5 plus 4 will be 9. This is also 1. So 0 plus 4 will be 4. And from wherever only a single line is going, you simply write that number as it is. So I can write here 0, simple, whatever is there you just write that. It is 1, it is 0, it is 0, this is 0 and 0. Right? After doing that, again we start our method of allocation. So single row, single 0, you do the tick, you allocate it. More than 1, you skip it. So I am allocating it, corresponding zeros I am cancelling it out. More than 1 0, I'll skip. More than 1 0, I'll skip. More than 1 0, I'll skip. Okay, come to column. This already done. 2 zeros, skip. 3 zeros, skip. 1 0, you do the allocation, and corresponding 0 you cancel it out. Again go to zeros. Now only second and third rows are left, na? And so let's say if I do the allocation over here, so this 0 will be gone, and in the third row if I do the allocation over here, so this will be gone. Very simple. Again you could have reversed also. Matlab alternative options were also there. Anyway, how many allocations are there? 4. What is the order of the matrix? 4. Is it optimal? Yes. So I can say that optimality has been reached over here, right? So just see the original matrix and corresponding numbers you circle or encircle. So corresponding to A, this is the 1. For B, this is the 1. For C, this is the 1. For D, no, so just ignore because last one was not there, it's 0. So simply add them to get the minimal cost. If you add them, you are getting 50 rupees, right? 50 you are getting, and what is the optimal allocations? A will be assigned to W, B will be assigned to X, and C will be assigned to Y. Alternative options were also there, no issues. So what is the minimal cost? Minimal cost is rupees 50. 50 is the answer. 50 is the answer. So is it clear, my dear friends? Is it clear? Did you understood it? So similar method, if you do any assignment problem, I am sure that you are going to get the correct answer every time, right? So what was the question? Just a minute. find out the optimal assignment, we have done. The optimal cost also we have found out, right? Right. एक बार check कर लो, just check it once. Okay, my dear friends. So this is the third question that I am showing you, and it's a question of PERT CPM, network models. It's a question of network models, right? So I suggest you see in this questions is there on the other slide. So I request everyone to see or take the screenshot and then we can proceed. So this is the date of crashing. Yes, crashing, it's a question of crashing. Just take the photo of this. And this is the question, my dear friends. This is the question. So I'll give you that it might be an MSQ question, or rather it is an MSQ question. It is an MSQ question, right? So what he is asking, he is saying that what is the normal project duration on crashing. The optimum project duration is this much. Okay, so he is saying that on crashing, that means we have to see on crashing the optimum project duration. What is the meaning of optimum project duration? That means till the time I will crash, till I am getting least cost. It is optimum means least cost. On crashing the optimum cost he has asked, okay, and normal project cost is how much, that he has asked, okay. So many questions are being accumulated in a single one. So again I'll give you some time to see the question, read the question, and then try it if you want, and then we'll proceed. I'll be moving out of the screen for some time so that you can have a good view of the question. Okay, so I am going to start the question. Okay, so first we have to draw the network diagram, and he is asking the normal cost of the project. So one good thing about this question is, my dear friends, see, you will always want your activity should be given in this format. It is going to save a lot of time. See, no precedence relationship is given over there. That might take some time, or you might commit some mistakes also, but over here chances of committing mistakes are less, I should say. Okay, so should we start it from here? See, cost slope is for further requirement, so I've already done. Let's find, my dear friends. Okay, so 1 2 . then 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Here will be 3, here will be 4, here will be 5. 3, 5 and 4, 5. Okay, so 3, 5 and 4, 5 is given. So let's interchange, no issues. I will draw 5 somewhere around here and I'll draw 4 somewhere around here, so that 4, 5 is given, 3, 5 is given, 2, 4 is given, and 2, 5 is also given. Yes, this is looking better. 3, 5 is given. Okay, 4, 5 done. 5 to 6. So 5 to 6, 6 to 7. So 5, 6 can be done. Six to 7. So and 6 to 7, 6 to 8. So let us put 7 over here. And let us put 8 over here, no space is there. So 6 to 7 is given, 6 to 8 is also given, and 7 to 8 is given. So this is the final drawing of the project. Okay. So what I will do, you already have the data. So what is the normal time? I will write on the top of the activities, and I have the data with me. So it will save some time. So 1 to 2 is 3 days, sorry, time is in week. So I am simply writing the durations. Okay. This is done. So again we have to find the what is the critical path duration. So 3, 3, 6, whichever is the longest path that will become. So I think this will be there anyway. So 8, 7, 9. So this is the longest, 9 over here. This will be there anyway, and 14 and 13. So this will be there. So what is the critical path is the critical path is 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And what is the duration? With duration of how much, how many days? 12, 18, 22, 32. So 32 weeks. 32 weeks. Okay. And now my dear friends, we have to do the crashing. Crashing we have to do. So for crashing, what is the first thing that we find out? It is the crash slope. It is the cost slope or crash slope. So what is the cost slope? How is it found? See, I have already found it over here. But what is the formula for cost slope? Cost slope is given by crash cost minus normal cost divided by normal time minus crash time, right? So 4 things is given, always given to you. 4 things will always be given. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So using that formula, you will be able to find cost slope for every activity, right? So that is what I have done over here using this formula. And you know that whoever, achha, what is the meaning of cost slope? It means if you crash an activity by one day, that is the total cost you are going to incur. So whose cost slope is very less, that activity we try to crash, right? Very logic, very general sense. And also one more thing, it should lie on the critical path. Then only it is useful for crashing the activity. Non-critical activity, even if you crash, the duration is going to be the same only, right? Now my dear friends, see, so let us decide which one to crash. So 1, 2 ka cost slope is 100, okay. I'll do kind of tick mark. This we can crash, and then 2, 5, so 2, 5 we can crash, very good. 5, 6 this will do, 6, 7 this will do, and 7, 8 will also do, okay. My dear friends, also one more thing, you should also see that what is the limit till which I can crash. Blindly you cannot crash anything. For example, over here he has given 1 to 2 activity, for example, the normal time is 3 weeks and crash time is 2 weeks. That means you can crash this activity by only one day. Similarly, 2 to 5 activity, the normal time is 9, crash time is 7. So you can maximum crash it by 2 days or 2 weeks. Beyond that you cannot do it, okay. This is clear. So my dear friends, out of these, which is having the lowest, achha, one more thing my dear friends, you should also find the immediate next critical path. It will give you an idea that okay, this is the gap, whatever will be there, so I can crash it by that gap. So my dear friends, I think I should use some different color. So I think this one is the, in the dotted that I have shown, this one will also come as far as the critical path is concerned. So if I find the next critical path, so that is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and this will be 7, 8, and only I think 1 day difference is there. So 32 है तो ये 31 weeks. It will become 31 weeks. Again similarly that will be 30 weeks. So I am not writing the 30 wala, but next critical is fine, okay. Now my dear friends, out of the critical activities, 45 is over here and 45 is over here. And what is the indirect cost? The indirect cost is given as 50 rupees. The indirect cost is given as 50 rupees. So definitely if I crash these 2, 5 and 5, 6 maximum days, I am going to get a lower cost. Why? Because the cost slope is less than 50. So definitely I am going to get a lower cost. So I should crash it as much as possible. But 2, 5 if you select, you can crash it not by 2, you cannot crash it to maximum. Why? Because this will affect the, you can crash it to maximum one day, because then the second critical path will come into picture. So if you crash a common activity, so you can crash it so that if you crash, let's say 5, 6, if you crash 5, 6, all the previous non-critical paths will also get crashed by 5, 6, 2 days. So that is why I am going to select 5, 6 and it needed to be crashed by 2 days. I hope you are getting my point. There was also 45, there was also 45, but I am going to select 5, 6. Why? Because if I crash this one, previous one also will get crashed simultaneously and I can crash it maximum, right? So good evening, Birja. Okay. Again, before crashing, you need to find out the total cost, initial total cost. So I can write it over here. So initial total cost will be normal cost plus indirect cost. So normal cost, you have to add all these numbers normal cost के लिए. So normal cost, if you do it, you will be getting somewhere around 4220. Indirect cost, per week it is 50 rupees. Our duration is 32 into 50. So how much is it coming? The total initial total cost. Rupees 5820. Rupees 5820. And on this only we are going to do the crashing. 5820 पे we will do the crashing. So crashing first, activity 5, 6 by 2 days. So total cost or total new cost, total cost 1, let me give subscript 1. So what was the initial cost? 5820. So 5820. How many days you are crashing? Plus 2. Cost slope कितना है? 45. But indirect cost will get reduced. So 10 rupees का difference you will be seeing. 5810. So has it reduced? Definitely it has reduced. Now my dear friends, this 5, 6 now has become, I will write with white, this 5, 6 has now become, 6 has come down to 4. Okay, 6 has come down to 4. Now what is the option? By the way, what is the critical path? Critical path now has come down from 32 to 30. So ये next critical path, this will come down to by again same 1 day से minus कर दो, -2, so 29. So how much relaxation I have? Birja, no, it is not double E, dear. It is mechanical right now. It is not a double E branch. Sorry. Okay. So 29. Now how much gap I have? I have 1 day gap. I have 1 week. I have 1 week gap, right? 30 से 29, 1 week. Which one will I select? 2, 5. 2, 5 I can select. It is having least cost. So now crashing to 5 by 1 day. Again, what will be the total cost? So initial cost pays, all the calculations will be done. So this is the initial cost. Now when you are crashing, definitely it will increase, but something must also decrease, that is the indirect cost. तो 5 rupees का difference आ रहा है 5805, right? 5805. Now my dear friends, this 9 has come down to 8, right? And now if you see, now there are two critical paths. One is the above 129 and this one 29. Last one is 28, so no, we cannot bother now. Now we have to see that which activities I can crash and what will be the cost slope. And I should consider in mind, I should be cautious that the cost slope should not increase. If it is increasing, then the purpose gets defeated. So what are the options, my dear friends? 1, 2 is one option, very good. See, now I have to 5, 6 I cannot crash. 5, 6 is already reached the saturation limit, so this is not possible. 6, 7 I can crash. 7, 8 I can crash. And from here, the combinations I have to check out for. Matlab, either I can crash 2, 3 plus, either I can crash 2, 3 plus 2, 5. Or I can crash 3, 5 plus 2, 5. 3, 5 plus 2, 5. So wherever the cost slope will come down, I will crash that. Okay. So 1, 2 ka cost slope, cost slope should be less than 50. Cost slope should be less than 50. Then only my cost will decrease because he has asked for optimum. So 1, 2 ka cost slope kitna hai? 100. So no, I cannot crash. 5, 6, I cannot crash. 6, 7, 6, 7, 70. No, it is more than 50. My cost will increase. 7, 8, more than 50. No, again I cannot crash. Acha, 2, 3 plus 2, 5. 2, 3 I cannot crash only. See, if you see 2, 3, normal time is 3, crash time is 3. That means I cannot crash only. So that option has gone. That option has gone. So this is also not possible. 3, 5, last option, 3, 5 and 2, 5. What is the combined slope? If you add, it is coming out to be 95. Again, it is more than 50. So no options are left. That means if you crash more than this, your total cost is going to increase. I'm not saying you cannot crash. You can crash. But in the option he has asked for optimum. He has asked for optimum. So that is why I am concerned about the least cost. Chalo, so my question is done and now let's see what are the correct options. The normal project duration is 32 weeks, absolutely correct. On crashing, the optimum project duration is 29 weeks. Yes, that is also correct. On crashing, the optimum cost is 5805. I think yes. Yes, 5805. That is also correct. The normal project cost is rupees 5820. No, the project normal cost was coming out to be 4220. So this is wrong. So what are the correct options? A, B and C are the correct options, right? So this is the entire problem, and my dear friends, if you have understood this problem, I am sure that your crashing questions you will be confidently facing it, right? So वो check कर लो. This is the question, right? So was it a good question? Is it a good question? चलो ठीक है. Price break model or the discount model. Let us do the question. ठीक है. So I am giving you time to solve it, and then after some time or 2 minutes I will be talking. Try and get the answer. So anyone with the answer? Okay, so let us discuss now. Let us discuss. See my dear friends, what the question is saying, given annual usage of 8,000 parts. So what is the demand? That is 8,000. The cost of placing an order is rupees 150. So what is C naught? Rupees 150. And the annual inventory carrying cost is 30% of the unit price. So that is 0.3 of the unit price. Let's say it is CU. For the variable price schedule given below, the most economical order quantity is what? He is asking the most economical order quantity. My dear friends, I'll strictly talk about what is the perfect and the shortest method to do this question. Always proceed from the lower unit price, find the EOQ, see whether it is in the feasible range or not. If it is in the feasible range, perfect, no need to go up, no need to go up. If it is not in the feasible range, you go up. Up matlab in this order. Now whether he has given 4, 5, 6, you just follow this strategy and you will get the answer in the shortest time, right? So again, what I told, we will be considering first the lowest unit price. So let's say, let the CU will be rupees 56. So what is CH? 0.3 of 56. So I have done the calculation, so let me directly write. It is 16.8. And now I will be finding the EOQ. It's a EOQ, simple basic EOQ model, it's only. So EOQ will be 2DC naught by CH. So what is D? 8000. What is C naught? 150. And what is CH? 16.8. So how much is it coming? EOQ, what it is coming? EOQ, anyone? Anyone with the EOQ? I think it's coming around 377.9. I think it's coming around 377.9. So just see that whether this EOQ is falling in the feasible range or not. So 56 is the unit price only when it is 501 and above. Is it more than 501? No, it is not more than 501. So this is not feasible. This is not feasible. So that means you need to go up. That means you need to go higher. Chalo. But keep in mind that in the final comparisons, you will be having 501. For comparing, you need this 501. That is where the price break is happening. So now let's go to 60. Now let the unit price be rupees 60. तो CH कितना होगा? 0.3 into 60. It is coming out to be 18 rupees. Coming out to be 18 rupees. Okay. So EOQ I will find out, that is the Q star. So Q star is 2D C naught by CH. D is 8000, C naught is 150 and CH is 18 rupees. So what it is coming out? Q star with anyone with the calculations, it is coming out to be I think 365. Is it coming right? It is coming around 365, not rupees. It is coming out to be 365, some approximately. And now we have to see that whether it is in the feasible range. Yes, it is 365 is lying between 201 and 500. So definitely it is in the feasible range, right? So no need to go up. The first calculation, confirmation is, even if there is 6-8 rows over here, no need to go up. One unit you have got, that is your EOQ, and I will, one unit of consideration is 365, and below wherever price break has happened, that unit you consider. So below where the price break has happened, 501, so that I will consider. So my dear friends, my 2 points of consideration is, one, Q star as 365 and another Q1 is 501. Out of these two only, one of is my optimal order quantity. What will decide? How we will decide? We have to see the total cost. Whoever will give me the total cost to be less, that will be my answer. Now, so very easily now I can find out. So total cost at Q star. So total number of quantities were 8,000. And what was the unit cost for this? The unit cost for this was 60 rupees. 60 rupees plus, now since this is Q star and I need to find out the total inventory cost, so I can very easily use this formula, 2D C naught CH, right? So that is 8,000 into 60 plus 2D C naught is what? 150, and CH, what was the corresponding CH? Sorry, CH is here only 18 rupees. So if you calculate this, you will get it around some, I am writing the final answer since I have it. Okay, so this is one, my total cost, which is coming out to be at EOQ. My second question, before I find the total cost at 501, can I use this root over 2D C naught CH for the total inventory cost for 501? Absolutely not. Why? Because it is not EOQ, na? It is a simple random other quantity, so I cannot use that formula. So total cost at Q1, that is 501. So total demand is 8,000. Unit cost was 56. First, let me write what are the terms, and then I'll do one step more, no issues. So D into unit cost plus the holding cost plus the ordering cost. So this is D into CU. What is the holding cost? The holding cost will come out to be average inventory into CH plus ordering cost is number of orders into the ordering cost. So what is D? Now you start putting the values. 8,000. CU कितना है? 56 plus what is Q by 2? 501 by 2. What is holding cost? 16.8. What is D? 8,000. What is Q? 501. And what is C naught? 150. So this formula, the general formula, I can use it over here. The same formula you can use it for EOQ also, that is not the issue, but I hope you got the difference. So now if you calculate this, you will be getting the total cost as so this will be your total cost, 45, 4 lakh 54,603, and there was 4,86,000. So which is lower, my dear friends? Definitely this is lower. Definitely this is lower. So what will be your optimum order quantity? Your optimum order quantity will be the one which is giving you the lower cost, that is 5, not 1. Is it clear, my dear friends? Is it clear? Is it clear? Chalo. So EOQ we have already done one. Okay. Next we will do this one. A very different type of question. So this is the information which is given, and after that I have asked the question. So first you take care of the information first, and then I will show you what are the questions. So on the left hand side you will be, this entire data is for 2009 and 10, and on the left hand side you will be finding variable expenses, it will be, not expenses, expenses. On the right hand side you are seeing fixed expenses, okay, and on left hand side you are seeing total variable expense. On the right hand side total fixed expense, selling price per piece, and then he has given some data from 2019 that total of 20,000 units have been sold with a selling cost of rupees 5 lakh, and the sales target for the next year is rupees 5,50,000. So based on this information he have asked the question, and the question is, again it might be MSQ, again it might be MSQ. So which is the following is correct? The break-even point for the year was, for the 2009-10 year the break-even point was 12,000. The profit for the year 2009-10 was 90,000. If the company spends rupees 11,250 on advertising in 2010-11, the BEP remains the same, that is the break-even point. And if the company is able to sell only 21,000 pipes, then the profit will, that means it's a very good question and it's based on MSQ. So I suggest you take the photo of this slide, take the screenshot, and then I will show you the information slide. That means he is asking about BEP, break even. This entire question is from break even. Chalo. So let me show you the data slide. So solve. Okay, so let us now discuss. I think I am giving you 2 minutes of time to solve or do brainstorming, and then I will be discussing it. Okay. So my dear friends, what is the first question? The break even point for 2009-10 was 12,000. Profit also he is asking for 9-10, and then he is asking. So first let us take care of 9-10. So my dear friends, you know that XBEP, that is the break even point, is fixed cost by selling per item minus variable per item. This is the formula that we know. So what is the total variable expense? 13.75. What is the selling price per pipe? Rupees 25. So this I can say it is S. This I can say is small v. Total fixed cost is already given. Obviously this has come by adding. How this has come? This has come by adding all these numbers. And how has 13.75 come? If you add all these, right? So what is XBP? So fixed cost was 135. Small s is what? 25. Small v is what? 13.75. So what will be XBP? So if you solve it, you will be getting around 12,000 answer. You will be getting around 12,000, right? So is 12,000 there in the option? Yes. The break even point is this. Now he is asking profit for the year 2009-10. See, what is break even? If he would have sold 12,000 units, his profit would have been made equal to loss. That is the no profit no loss point. But in reality, how much he sold? In reality, he sold around 20,000 units. That is so much, 8,000 above the BEP point. So will he make profit? Definitely he will make profit. How much is the profit that he is asking? So profit is nothing but total selling price minus total cost, right? So profit for the year, total selling price kitna? 25 per into, I think he has given total selling price or total sales he has given 5 lakh, right? 5 lakh. Anyway, 25 into 20,000 will also give you 5 lakh minus total fixed kitna hai? 135 plus 13.75 है ना, 13.75 variable cost 13.75 into how many units? 20,000 units. Check कर लो, what if we are getting profit? What is the profit that we are getting? I think we are getting 90,000. I think we are getting 90,000 after solving this. I think we are getting 90,000. So is 90,000 there in the option? Yes. So profit for the year 2019 is this. Next, if the company spends rupees 11,250 on advertising in 2010-11, the BP remains the same. If the company spends rupees 11,250 on advertisement advertisement, then the BP remains the same. So what to do? What to do? He is talking about BP. BP. So for BP, total cost must be equal to total sales. So total cost how much? Fixed cost is 135,000. 135,000. Yes, 135,000. 000. 1,35,000. 1,35,000 plus per price is 13.75 into X. But one thing you are missing, one thing we are missing. Fixed cost is now this plus the advertisement cost also, na? This is fixed cost plus variable cost is what? 13.75 into X. Now this is the fixed cost. This is the fixed cost. And what is the selling price per? 25 into X. That means this is the total cost on left hand side. On right hand side it is total sales. So total cost equal to total sale will give you BP. So just check ki how much X is coming. If you solve this, you will be getting 13,000 as the answer. So is the BP same? No. In that case, I got 12,000 as the BP. So BP remains the same. No, it is not the correct answer. It is not the correct answer. BP does not remain same. Clear hai? And finally, if the company is able to sell only 21,000 pipes in 2010-11, including advertisement cost, then the profit becomes 90,000. Okay. So 21,000 pipe we have to sell. Okay, let us see. 21,000 pipes we have to sell. So profit कितना होगा? Okay. So profit equal to total sales minus total cost. तो total sales कितना है? 25 into how many units? 21,000. And what is the total cost? Total cost will be, so fixed cost is this, and he is saying including advertisement. That means advertisement also we have to include. 11,250 plus variable into units. So this if you do, how much we are getting? I think we are getting 90,000. I think we are getting 90,000. I think we are getting 90,000. So yes, this is the correct answer. This is the correct answer. So did you get or not? I have used very simple formulas. It is not at all time taking. But the language of the problem, the way the data has been given to you, the way this data has been given to you, you might think not to attempt this question, thinking it is a very difficult question, right? So this is again, and I am sure that whatever questions you are seeing, most of it you have never seen it before. That is my, that I can say at least. Right? And all the questions are very good questions. So this was another question from BP. Okay, let's do one question. Chalo. Yes. So inventory में everyone knows that the first three models are very important, and definitely it is important, but in that they will not remember the fourth model, which is the very combined model, that is shortage plus production consumption. So that's why I have given a question from there, so that at least you remember the formula. Check the question, try to solve it. So anyone got the answer? So anyone got the answer? Okay. So the demand for an item in a company is observed to be 15,000 units per year, and the production capacity of the plant is, so this is the demand, okay, this is per year, and the production capacity is how much? 2000 units per month. Or I can say 24,000 per year. Okay. The setup cost is rupees 800. And the inventory holding cost rupees 25 per unit per year, very important, per unit per year. The shortage cost is given as, shortage cost how much? Rupees 50, rupees 250 per unit per year, per unit per year. So I think units are consistent, that is not the issue. Determine the economic batch quantity and the number of shortages. Yes, determine the economic batch quantity. So my dear friends, yes, I was telling about, we will learn the first three cases of inventory and we know the formula, but the fourth case formula we generally tend to neglect. So that is why I have involved this. So what is the Q star or the EOQ formula? So what is the formula? Anyone? So it is 2D CSP by CH into P by P minus D into CB back order cost plus holding cost by back order cost. This is the formula. Yes. So you just substitute the numbers. So I have the data. So I am keeping it in per year. So CH will be 25. What is P? P is, should we keep it in per year? Per year will also do, no issues. Production is 24,000 divided by 24,000 and demand is how much? 15,000. No issues. You can keep this in months also as it's a ratio, no issues. And CB is how much? CB is 250 and 225. So 250 plus 25 is 275 and 250. Yes. So once you know the formula, once you substitute it neatly, you will be getting the correct answers. And the correct answer is 1678.094. Yes, that is the correct answer, my dear friends. EOQ. EOQ. By the way, question is not done. He is also asking you what is the number of shortages. Yes, that also I have included. I know that even if you remember the EOQ formula, shortage formula, you will generally miss. So that also I have kept. So what is the shortage formula? The optimum shortage formula is Q star into P minus D by P into CH by CB plus CH. So what is Q star? P minus D is what? 24,000 minus 15,000 divided by 24,000. And CH was what? 25. CB is what? 250 plus 25. So this you will find out optimum shortage. You will be getting as 57.207 units, right? So yes, chances are, see, if you know the formula, then it becomes very easy. That is not the thing. But in the first place, you should know the formula, right? You should know the formula. That is very important. So inventory, yes, first three models are important, no doubt. This is also important. Entire inventory chapter itself is one of the most important chapters in your mechanical engineering, right? So I hope you are enjoying the questions. I hope you are enjoying the questions. Right? So, one question I have kept from LPP formulation, and I have provided its solution in the PDF itself. LPP formulation you guys already know. I cannot frame a very new question. You just have to see the constraints, formulate it, plot it in the graph, get the answer. So I have kept it. Try to solve it on your own. In any case, you can contact me and get the answer. In any case, in any doubt, right? So we are not discussing this one. You see, I have kept it everything. Okay, now discuss some miscellaneous topic questions. Now let's discuss some miscellaneous type of questions. Please read it. So network models we have covered, queuing theory we have covered, LPP assignment question we have done, formulation question I have already shown, break even we have done, inventory we have done. So all the important chapters we have covered, and now we are covering some miscellaneous topics. Yes, please read the question. So what the question is saying? The product structure of P is shown below. The assembly of 2 units of B and 4 units of C to produce 1 unit of A takes a week. The ordering time of B, C, D are 2 weeks. Okay. The master production schedule for product P is as follows. Okay. Okay. So he is saying the net requirement of C if initial inventories of A, B, C, D are this. Okay. Please read. Please read. Okay, so let us discuss. My dear friends, I would say that the first this much of data is not really very useful for solving the questions. Yes, you see that what is the total demand? The total demand is 50 plus 20, 70 plus 10 is 80. 80 is the total demand, right? For 1 unit of P, how many C is required? 4 units of C is required. So just focus on the data and how to solve it. Okay. Tell me 80 units is the demand. 80 unit is the demand for P. 80 unit is the demand for P. It's a question of in-hand inventory. There is some in-hand inventory provided in the question. So are we going to order in all the 80? No. Some 10 units of A is already there. So we are going to order minus 10. That is 70 units of P we are going to order. Fine. For 70 units of P, I need 70 units of A. For 70 units of P, I need 70 units of A. and for 1 unit of A, okay, so P initial inventory is not there. Okay, no issues, no issues. Sorry, he is saying that initial inventory of P is not there. कोई बात नहीं. So for 1P, 1A is required. So for 80P, because 80 is the demand, so 80A is required. So I need to buy 80A. So, but whether we have to order 80A? No, 10 units of A is there. So I will be ordering only 70A. ठीक है? Fine. I have placed the order. For 1A, 4C is required. For 1A, how many C is required? 4C is required. तो 70A order करने के लिए how many C's are required? 70 into 4, 280 C's are required. 280 C's are required. But am I going to order all the 280 C's? No, my dear friends. I have to see that how much is there in the inventory. Inventory में there is 15C. Inventory में there is 15C. So just minus 15 from here and you will be getting 265 C's. So 265 C's I am going to place the order. Have you understood it or not? Did you get or not? Is it clear or not? Is it clear or not? Have you understood? Right? Chalo. Okay. So I think this is the question from dual. You can definitely expect it from 1 mark. Now we are doing all the miscellaneous topics. Please read the question. Try to solve. Now my dear friends, see one thing. Primal has been given and we have to find the dual. My dear friends, you know that we can only make dual if the primal is in the standard form. If the primal is in the standard form. And what is the standard form? The standard form is, it should be maximization. The standard form of LPP is what? Maximization. Maximization. So maximization and less than type of constraint should be there. Maximization and less than type of constraint should be there. Okay. So maximization hai, yes it is maximization. Less than, yes, yes, but this is not less than. So we need to make it a less than type of constraint. Okay. How to make greater than equal to sign into less than sign? We have to multiply with a minus sign. Okay. So इसको क्या करेंगे? Minus 2. Oh, let me write it over here. No issues, no issues. Let me write it over here. So max z is there. So first one, minus 2x1 minus 3x2 minus 2x3. But if I multiply it with the minus sign, so inequality sign changes and inequality sign changes, right? The inequality sign changes. Less than minus x. Fine. Second one is what? 3x1 plus 4x2 less than equal to 8. What is then? 6x1 minus 4x2 plus x3 is 10. My dear friends, maximization becomes minimization. In dual, less than equal to becomes greater than equal to, and we have to take the transpose. But of what matrix? Now see very neatly. Very neatly, I am going to the next page and I will cover all the data. I will show you how to write out. Let me write it again. Now what are the constraints? Fine. So first take the matrix -2, -3, -2. Second one is 3, 4, 0, and then 6, -4 and 1. First you take the transpose of it. So the transpose of it will be -2, 3, 6, -3, 4, -4, and -2, 0 and 1. And then let y1 be the dual variable corresponding to this constraint. Let y2 be the for this, and let y3. So multiply with y1, y2 and y3. So what it will become? -2y1 plus 3y2 plus 6y3 लेस देन इक्वल टू है तो ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू हो जाएगा. Then second -3y1 then and whatever will be the coefficients of objective function will come on the right hand side. So a 4, this is 2, this is 6, and W, let's say the objective function maximum will become minimum, and whatever is the right hand side will go to there. So -6y1 plus 8y2 plus 10y3. So this is your complete answer. So if you match, which one is coming? Is it D or B? C and D तो नहीं होगा, maximum is written. So B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Is it clear or not? Okay, very good. Try this one. So what the question is saying? A company is introducing new product in the market. Very good. It contains 3 alternatives to make the product with the following cost. So if you make with process A, tool cost will be this, variable cost will be this. With B, tool cost can be treated something like fixed cost. Okay, variable cost is this. C के लिए tool cost is this, variable cost. Okay, so kind of is giving me the feeling of, you know, fixed plus variable into X. That means the forecasted demand estimates are as follows, that इसका इतना okay, the minimum total cost. So my dear friends, one thing I can say, that which I will go and opt that process which will give me the cost as minimum. I'll go and opt that process which will give me the total cost as minimum. Very good. So F plus V into C, I'll apply the formula, fixed plus variable into fixed plus tool cost is something fixed cost only, something like V into X. I'll find out, and whichever will give me the minimum, I will opt that process. But how to get X? And X is the expected demand. X is the expected demand. So you know that expectation or expected demand is summation of X into Px. Summation of X into Px. Summation of X into Px. So X you know, Px you know, and you just do it. That means 1500 into. So this is expectation, the same that you study in mathematics, engineering maths, random variables, right? And dot 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 till 4000, dot 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 till 4000 into 0.08. So what will be the expected demand? It will come around, I have the data with me, so it will come around 2565. 2565 it will come, right? And you simply have to go and first for A, so this plus 20 into 2565. This, so 25,000 plus 20 into 2565, I am writing here only. This fixed cost plus 18 into 2565, 52,000 plus 15 into 2565. So this and this, right? Whichever will give me the lowest cost, that will be the answer. So if you, so let me tell you the final answer. If you find the cost of this, the minimum cost that you will get is 76,300, and that you will get from A. That you will get from A. right? Is it clear? Is it clear? So yes, these are some very miscellaneous kind of questions, and you can definitely expect one of them, right? Is it clear? Good. Okay, so read this question. Read this question. Okay, so what is the question saying? So what the question is saying, today's date in a production calendar year is 175. Okay, sequence the job listed by critical ratio rule and also find the number of jobs that are behind the schedule. Okay, so my dear friends, first of all you should know that what is the formula for critical ratio. Critical ratio is nothing but how much time is required, how much time is remaining for job completion divided by how much work is remaining. Right, and work remaining also is given in terms of time only. Work remaining also is given in terms of time only. So time, for example, just suppose that today is 21st. You have to submit the job on 25th. Right? How much time is remaining for the job? 4 days. And if someone asks me how much work is remaining, so I'll tell him, sir, there is a work remaining of 5 days. There is a work remaining of 5 days. 5 days of work is remaining on the workpiece. 5 days of work is remaining on the workpiece. How much time is remaining so that I have to submit? 4 days. How much work is remaining? 5 days. So what is the critical ratio? Time remaining is 4, work remaining 5.8. It means I am behind the schedule. I will not be able to submit within the required day if I don't prioritize this much. It means what? Work remaining is more than the time remaining. I need to do more work and time is less. So the general sense tells you that you should prioritize those work whose critical ratio is very low, and you are running ahead of the schedule if the critical ratio is coming out to be more than 1, because then you can say that time remaining will be more than work remaining. So always you should prioritize those work whose critical ratio is very less. That is the entire concept, right? So I'll erase this one. So today's date is 175 and A needs to be delivered on 190. So what is the for A? For A, if I simply tell you for A, what is the critical ratio? 190 I have to submit. Today's date is 175. कितना time बचा है? How much time is left? 190 minus 175 divided by how much time remaining in days, मतलब how much work is remaining. Ideally I should have written work remaining in days. So that is nothing but 5. So it is nothing but ये कितना है 15 by 5, that is 3. Critical ratio of 3 means I am in a very good position. I am running ahead of the schedule, right? So for similarly, so I am writing the critical ratio for all the jobs. I have told you how to find out. A, B, C, D, E, 1.67. For 15 it is 0.867. 9 का 1.11. So my dear friends, how many jobs are running behind the schedule whose critical ratio is less than 1? So how many jobs you are finding? This one and this one whose critical ratio is less than 1. That means they are running behind the schedule. So he is asking how many are running behind the schedule. तो 3/4 तो नहीं होगा. So either A or B will be the answer. Either A or B will be the answer. And what is the sequence of arranging? Whichever is the lowest CR, you have to arrange it first. So सबसे lowest CR किसका है? F. Then first F, then C, then so I am already have got the answer. FC से start हो रहा है. Okay. Then किसका है सबसे कम? G 1.11. Then 1.67. That is E. Then D. Then B, then A. A is the correct answer. Did you get it? Did you? So again, why I took the critical ratio rule? Because I know that in sequencing and scheduling, you will be studying SPT rule, then EDD rule prominently. So this one, just keep an eye. This might come as well, right? So I think we have covered a good variety of questions. We have covered a good variety of questions. Chalo, let us do some of these questions and then we will end it. Please read the questions. This will be the final question of today. Please read the question. This will be the final question of today's. So the lead time and consumption pattern of a component is as follows, right? The lead time is given as 15 with certain probabilities. That means varying lead time. From here what I can say? From here I can point out that it is a case of varying lead time. And from here what we can say? That consumption is also varying. That means consumption per working day. I mean, this is also varying. Whenever something is varying, you know that probability models will come into picture. Okay. If safety stock is coming out to be 54,000, what is the reorder level? So my dear friends, you know that we have a constant demand in case of deterministic models. But in probabilistic models, you know that the demands keep on varying. When demand something keeps on varying, probability comes into picture. Now, what is the first of all general formula for reorder level? Reorder level will be nothing but your safety stock plus average demand during lead time. Average demand during lead time. In this, three cases are possible. What are the three cases? When D is varying, that is the demand rate, and lead time is constant. When D is constant and lead time is varying, and when both D and T are varying. If demand rate is varying, so that means you have to take the average of D and then you multiply with T. When here T is varying, so you take the average of T and multiply with D to get ADDLT. And when both are varying, you take both the average, multiply, and you get the ADDLT. The graph of this will be something like D is varying, T is constant. So I am not getting into the theoretical, aspect, but graphical also I can show you. Anyway, D and T both varying, so you know that I am going to take the average. What will be the average? Average means expectation, yes or no? Average means expectation. All these things we have repeatedly covered in classes, and expectation is nothing but summation x into px. Here x is any variable, so time into variable, so this into this plus you are not getting. What will be the average lead time? First of all, what is ADDLT? ADDLT will be D average into X average or T average. T average. So what is D average or expected? So 10,000 into 0.5 plus 14,000 into 0.5. चेक कर लो कितना आ रहा है. What is it coming? I think it's coming around 12,000. What will be T average? What is T average? 15 into 0.2, all expectation formula. So this is coming out to be 20.5, right? So what is reorder level? Safety stock plus ADDLT, where ADDLT is D average into T average. Is it clear? So what he is asking? He is asking reorder level, right? Yes. Safety stock कितना दिया हुआ है? 54,000 units. So safety stock is 54,000 units plus D average कितना है? 12,000 into 20.5. 12,000 into 20.5. So if you find this, we will be getting close to 3 lakhs. We will be getting 3 lakh as the answer. Is it there? Absolutely. 3 lakh is the answer. Is it clear? Tell me. Is it clear? Is it clear? So my dear friends, we have covered almost every topic which is important from the examination perspective, and close to 2.5 hours of session we have, which is purely numerical. I've tried to give you the concepts here and there, but we can say that purely we have practiced around 10, 12 best questions. I think more than it only. And again, I hope that you will find this session very, very useful when it comes to your boosting your preparation. The name of the session is Gate Booster Session. That means to boost your preparation. That's why we have to cover, or my agenda is to cover all the best questions and the questions which mostly you have not seen before. That is new questions. So again, I recommend you that watch the HT session first, then watch the IE session. 2 subjects I have covered over here. And if you find such sessions useful, you can definitely leave your response in the comment section, and in future we can come up with more such sessions, right? So industrial engineering is very important. Why? Because it's an easy subject and it's very important to score marks in easier subjects. On an average 4 to 6 marks it will come. 4 to 5 भी ले सकते हो on an average, ज़्यादा भी आ सकता है. So easier topics को try not to leave, right? And if you talk about the important topics, so inventory, PERT CPM, then LPP, then queuing theory. Yes, queuing theory very important. And finally some miscellaneous topics, forecasting and all are there. Sequencing, scheduling, definitely one question we can expect from there. Break even, all those things, APP, MRP, all these things are there. So my dear friends, all the very best as far as your industrial is concerned, and as far as your entire mechanical is concerned. Roughly I think 1 month, slightly more than 1 month festive season is there, so I am not counting that. 1 month is there. Try to revise, stay calm. Yes, if you stay calm, things will definitely be good. Revise as much as possible. Revision is the key, my dear friends. Don't forget to revise. Just studying new things will not gain you anything. Revise, revise, revise. You give test, do whatever, but revise, right? So with this, without wasting any time, I am ending the session. Please do well, revise well. In case of any emergency, you can, or in case of any help, you can ask us, reach out to us, right? So with ending, I can say that this is our Telegram group. You can join here. You will be getting all the updates in a very, very quick manner, as soon as early, and you will be getting some regular quizzes also. Separate branch के लिए separate group has been made, right? This is the first thing. Second, in case you do feel that you do feel that we can be a part of your journey towards your GATE preparation, please consider it joining live online classes. In case of anywhere, you will be finding these much of program features, right? 800 plus hours of classes, theory books, exercise books, 30 plus year GATE question bank, test series and one-to-one sessions, right? So with this, my dear friends, I end the session. All the very best. God bless. Thank you.